Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 4. The topic that we choose is Fourier series application in communication system, which is the conversion of analog signal to digital signal. Every phenomenon, technological advancement, scientific observation, and experiment contains some form of mathematics. In this study, the Fourier series used in communication system are the main topic. From a mathematical perspective, the Fourier transform is a linear operator that decomposes a function into its frequency parts and translate one functional space to another. A variety of communication systems have used the Fourier transform for many years. The Fourier transform is typically used to separate a signal into its amplitude and phase components, particularly in signal processing. It must be acknowledged that Fourier transform analysis has always been extensively employed in the field of information science and technology.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shakir bin Muhammad Saidi. So in this slide, I will present about the background of topic. First of all, the topic is focused on the conversion of analog signal to digital signal. The process of conversion called sampling. So in this process, the Fourier series is applied to convert analog signal to digital signal. So what is analog signal and digital signal? First, analog signal is a continuous signal. This signal can be quantified using amplitude or frequency across the time period. Analog signal become weaker as they traverse. The transmission quality deteriorates during transmission as the interference produces a lot of noise. All realized signals are analog. As example, the color we see, the sound we make and hear, the heat we feel are all in the form of analog signal. Next is digital signal is a signal that carry the data, but these signals are not continuous but discrete. In digital wave, the signals are defined for the discrete value of time. All discrete time signals are a subset of analog signals, so digital signal include a limited variety of values that can be encoded the data in binary form. Digital signal also become weaker as they traverse. So the application of our topic is based on the conversion of analog signal to the digital signal in communication system. The reason is because most of the device work with digital signal like our computers. For them, data if it's in analog form need to be changed in digital form. But we cannot send digital signal via air. Most of the communication that take place is through air as a communication channel. Hence, we need to change any digital signal to analog to make it travel through air. So to work and communicate between various digital devices, we need a converter. So in conclusion, the problem that needed the conversion of analog signal to digital signal is because digital signal is easy to understand and decode compared to analog signal. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, for the case study, we use the full range Fourier series formula in the sample calculation in our analysis. As you can see in the slide, this is the Fourier series formula. Fourier series formula has three different Fourier coefficient, which is A0 coefficient, AN coefficient, and BN coefficient. These three Fourier coefficient has their own formula. Next, the assumption that used in this analysis consists of two. Number one is function definition for interval 0 to 2 pi and periodic function fx equal to fx plus 2 pi. From this assumption, we know that the period in our analysis is 2 pi. Okay, after we have the assumption of function definition and periodic function, we can find the Fourier series. The first step, we must to find all three different values of Fourier coefficient, an, a0, and bn. As you can see on the slide, the value of our an and bn is 0, but not in bn because it has a value. And the value you can see as in the slide.
Last step, for the conclusion of the function, we substitute all the coefficients a0, an, and bn in the Fourier series formula. Therefore, the Fourier series for fs we can see as shown at the screen. As you can see for the result, the graph that we are obtained from the function definition 0 to 2 pi and periodic function was assumed. The graph seems like a square wave, even though we are not analyze vertical function. As we know, the pattern converted line is in the periodic function.
For the discussion, refer to the above graph. The result obtained seems like the square wave, even we are not analyze the vertical function. The pattern of the converted wave or the graph is in periodic function. This is because it has same amplitude and same pulse width. Another reason is the period of one cycle is also same to another cycle. Based on the function definition and periodic function assumed, we obtain the value of the period is 2 pi. The wave also has instantaneous transition between the minimum and the maximum. The digital wave also shows that the function definition for interval 0 to 2 pi and periodic function is in single function, which called Fourier series. Based on our analysis about the application of Fourier series in communication system, which is the conversion of the analog signal to the digital signal, the process to digitize the analog signals called sampling process. The sampling process are used the Fourier series fundamental to convert the continuous analog wave to the digital wave with periodic. The process of converting is by taking a certain frequency on the continuous wave, then it used as a sample to create the digital wave. Even the sample taken is just a certain part of the continuous wave, but the result of the digital wave obtained is similar to the full continuous wave. And the last one, we apply the full range of Fourier series method to solve the assumption or to the sample calculation. The first step is we find all the three value of the Fourier's coefficient, which is a0, an, and bn. Then we substitute the value to the Fourier series formula to get the single function with what we call the Fourier series function.
In the conclusion, we are successfully to achieve the objective for this research. First, we know that the Fourier series is a periodic function as a sum of sine function and cosine function. Next, the application that apply in this Fourier series is conversion of analog signal to digital signal, which is to change function of the time domain to frequency domain with the communication signal. As the result, the function of the Fourier series for this research can be expressed as shown at the screen. That's all from us. I hope you all enjoy and understand our presentation. Thank you for lending your ear. Assalamualaikum.